Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. It's me. I'm back. I'm back, baby. While I'm live action boy today is not good, but hopefully less live action boy, more animation boy in future. Here are my top 6-ish things that I found helpful with my ADHD, understanding how my brain works and not beating myself up for the way my brain works. This is my normal accent. That was a character, and this is the real me. However, for entertainment purposes, I think I might have to keep it up. I'll go in and out. Welcome to the first video. I promised I'd be doing one for ADHD. That was the first newsletter. How to ADHD and be art. How? If you spend your days bouncing between ambition, shame spirals, and the seductive holes of YouTube rabbits, then you're not alone. They are very seductive holes. My name's Cal. I've been in the animation industry for 14 years to date of this video. I've had ADHD my whole life. I was undiagnosed that whole time. Until a few years ago, about 3 years ago, 2022, I don't know. It was quite a year. So I don't know when you watch this video, and you're like a future man, watch me. I only see weird robot eye. Where I got officially diagnosed, which answered many questions. So we'll be looking at what I used to do and what I do now that I'm more mindful, more knowledgeable about this topic, and what I do now that I am very much a smart boy. Number one, the biggest thing, and I'm just going to go through this real quick. Well, treating your body and mind well. So get enough sleep. You'll know how much sleep you need. Every person is different. Make sure you get enough sleep, enough rest. About 45 minutes of moderate exercise every day. That means not necessarily breathing heavy, but getting your blood flowing. That's like a moderate walk. There's not a walk-in park, but there's literally a walk-in park every day. That's going to get your brain working in the right place. And then if you're on meds, I'm on Vyvanse, which is like the more popular now. Vyvanse is more like you exactly the same, but times 10. The thing that you would not do, your least wanting to do thing is like a normal thing, but now everything else is also crazy high. You need to make sure you're in front of that thing you need to do, because you're still very likely to do thing, and like times 10 strength is like a lot of strength. You break 3. Number two. The fuck am I in? Oko Kano? Number 2. The 4 ADHD needs. Your brain is going to need 4 things: interest, novelty, challenge, and accountability. Why is this the second most important thing? This is how our brains work. If you understand these needs, you can find how to put interest into your studies, novelty into your studies, challenge into your studies, accountability into your studies. You'll feel rewarded that you got those done. It won't even feel like a chore. They'll just be things that you want to do. That's the aim with including these into your projects, tasks, and studies. If you understand these, you can hack your brain into actually doing stuff. Let's look at the first ADHD need: interest. Interest in the arts. They're synonymous. You have fan fictions, you have fan art, you have cosplays. ADHD and art, very friend. For learning art, always look for those interestings. If you like that thing, you will do that thing. Oh, I like to draw these. I like a video game characters because I play them and I want to draw them. I want to have these 2 people fall in love, but they don't do my show, so I'm going to make that happen myself. Number 2 is novelty. Number two, that's like a double poop. You are often pursuing the thing that is new over the thing that is a chore and you have to do over and over again and is redundant. That feels boring to us. So we're always pursuing that new thing, which is good because it makes us very versatile and knowledgeable. It is also one of our biggest challenges and problems. We're always looking for that new thing, but never following through and finishing that new thing. Consistency and getting projects done is one of our biggest challenges. How do you, as an artist, come to terms and get projects done? And you do that by using the next ADHD need, accountability. This is a contradiction in the ADHD brain because we want to always be doing new thing and we don't want people micromanage, tell us what to do, but actually we do want management. We like deadlines and we like to know how something connects to the big whole. When you were in school, you knew that somebody was expecting that to get done. You didn't want to look bad in front of friends, teachers. You need to introduce some level of accountability. I want to show you the trick here if you want people like trick. So a trick for accountability is, say you have a roommate or a romantic partner and you tell them, oh, I've already cleaned the whole house today. I've already done the dishes. Now you have the stress and the accountability to go get everything done before they get home. So that's like a little trick, joke that every time I have party, I say, I clean whole house because no one can know my filthy secrets. People do that as like a real way to clean house. So have a party, say, hey friends, we're going to have tea party at noon, and then you have to clean your whole house because otherwise you're not clean. And you do what you have to do. For me, I will produce a weekly YouTube video and a weekly newsletter on my Substack. So that way I have the accountability, the expectations that will get done. And in reality, I might not reach those goals. I'm more likely and more often to get something done with that accountability than not. Accountability is very important and can go hand in hand with novelty for you to try to learn new things, but with accountability, follow through, finish learning those new things. You have accountability. I find that is better. Like, hey, you have friend and friend want to shave your head bald if you don't do the schedule. So you are in fear of bald head. So you do your weekly little YouTube videos and your weekly little newsletters because you don't know what's under here. It's all lambs and patchy bald. And the last thing I'm going to mention here is challenge. I find this can be quite useful external motivator, but challenge is often anyone that's told you can't do that. You're not good enough. You're not smart enough. You're not fast enough. Back when I wanted to get into comic books when I was in college, I was looking at a presentation for both the illustration program at my school and the animation program for my school. Which one is better? Don't do it if you're not 100% passionate about it. And I look at him and I go, is challenge. Okay, I do for my rest of life. There is no creature on earth that will stop me from getting this work done. You mark my words, mother will get it done. And that's how I started. So that's 18 years ago. I was just like a tiny little babe back then, but now I'm a super old ancient man. When you reach the point of not doing the impossible thing, it turns into a really negative feeling and we shut down. We want to avoid that. We want to have a nice, stable consistency throughout life where we're doing achievable goals, making it through healthy and not burning out. There's a concept in the arts called the flow state. You need to get to something that is challenging, therefore motivating. If it's too challenging, it feels like you're fighting a brick wall. It's impossible. You don't even want to try because you understand how impossible that is. If it's too easy, it's mundane. It's a chore. You have to find that perfect balance of challenge, achievability. Always be doing the thing that you want to get better at. By doing, you get better. And you have to ignore, oh, I'm not perfect, I'm not good enough. You have to just do it. Just do it. You will eventually get better. But if you wait to be perfect or good enough, then you'll never be better or good enough. It's very weird contradiction, but it's true. So you have to just have to accept it's garbage, but it's okay. It's not funny, but it's okay. It's cringe, but it's okay. You just do and you learn and you grow. Ultimately, you cannot challenge yourself. Let me know in the comments if you have your own particular little challenge that you like to put on yourself and that's worked for you. Would love to hear it. Number 3 is the ADHD shame loop or the ADHD loop. You'll start off and procrastinate about a task that you needed to do and leave it till the last minute. That might look like you doom scrolling or rotting on a couch, unable to start. Then have to set up an unrealistic goal, write a 10-page essay, do in the morning, right? Likely don't get that thing done because it's unrealistic. Man, why am I like this? Why didn't I work on this sooner? Why am I always doing this? You get into a low mood and then you start the cycle all over again. I experience this very often. I called it the wall. Leaving something till the very last moment, I would leave things until a level of anxiety built up inside of me. I would almost use the shame to motivate. But obviously that's not good. That's not sustainable in the long term. You should not use negative emotions like that to keep yourself motivated. How do we actually address this and fix this? Knowing that it exists. Let's not start the cycle all over again. We have to undo that shame concept. Achievable goals, time blocks, itty bitty small tasks. Whatever you get done that day is fantastic. And I think that is a very big ask, asking ourselves to think differently of ourselves than we ever have. And that's going to take a lot of work. This is not an easy thing to do, but something to definitely be worked on and will be hugely important to you. Be nice to yourself. Removing the shame. Say that day you didn't manage to do achievable goals and break down your tasks. You did great. You did enough. And now the next day, let's try again with tiny tasks and doing what we can. Whatever we end up doing is great and enough. We have consistent day over day progress. Every day is a new day. Progress is great. Just keep all of that in mind. We are trying to break this loop. It's something that I'm often finding myself in. Be aware of it, be mindful of it, and catch it when you see it and try to break out of that loop the best you can. So that is the ADHD spiral. Now you can look out for it like it's boogeyman. So this brings us to number 4, building productivity inertia, or motivational inertia. That's what I call it. You've heard this tip elsewhere, but it is definitely useful. We build off of successes. If we have lots of small successes, we can build to the confidence of a big task. You feel good, and then you do another thing. You're like, oh, wow. Oh, man. Okay, let's go. Hey, wolf. I'm going to fight a wolf now. Maybe now a bear. Previously with the shame loop, I had mentioned set time blocks, but what if you only did 10 minutes because you absolutely hate that thing? That's still progress. It helps with this productivity inertia. All of those little tasks build. Make the bed, make breakfast, clean the table, take the dog out. All of those little tasks build inertia. Consider for every big task you're trying to do, productivity, procrastination, you don't want to do that executive task, so you clean the house or do the dishes. Do that 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Do some inertia building, get back to a time block of the task that you're avoiding. That way, you have that bit of inertia, but you will actually get back to the project you were meant to be doing.
Well, it's alright, but so long. Only, like, maybe even, are we not even middle?
Because I don't know, this is what I don't like to plan.
I like to be crazy with it.
And that brings us to the number 5 thing for ADHD, journaling.
Helps to get past art block, helps for creativity, helps for project management, helps for mental health. Very useful. I love it. It's a secret weapon I think I have. I'm currently reading The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. Just every morning you write 3 pages of brain dump into this journal. Why is this useful? For mental health reasons, we are less likely to be negative and critical of ourselves in writing. Once it's removed from ourselves, we can see it. How dare anyone speak to me that way? When it's in our head, we accept it as a core belief of ourselves. For artistic reasons, whether you're trying to be a writer or an illustrative artist, this helps you get connected with your creative capabilities. There are no expectations. Everything is a good idea. Anything you write down is good. It's also great for organization. For ADHD specifically, our brains are in every direction at all times, which is great for creativity. However, unfocused. Oh, this is useful. But you've made no actual progress to any one of these. But by writing it down, you know what you're most interested in even that day, and you can make progress towards that. Redesigning rest. For ADHD, rest doesn't look like what rest looks like for a neurotypical brain. For a neurotypical person, rest is simply not doing the work that you're normally doing. To be productive with ADHD is really to fight your ADHD brain to conform to this capitalistic world. There is a lot of talk that the prevalence that we now see with ADHD is a kind of counterbalance to the system we live in. If we're constraining ourselves to be functional, productive members during the week, what might rest look like? I think rest for an ADHD brain is not having to care about that shit. Let your ADHD run loose. Find new things over and over again. Don't care about getting things done. Don't care about accountability or due dates. Don't set time limits to things. Sit on the floor and just be mindful that this is something you like doing. Do that for as long as that is the case, as long as you find that to be enjoyable in that moment. No deadlines, no accountability, no reason to conform to what you should be doing that day. That is a rest day for ADHD. And that might look like you maddeningly cleaning the house because you saw Dust Bunny and you're in that mode now. We're looking here more for mental restedness, not necessarily physical restedness, because those two things are different. And for ADHD, the mental restedness
is actually something very hard for us to achieve. Useful productivity apps for ADHD.
These are the things I have either used in the past or I'm currently using. I start off my morning using a program called Brilly, which is for ADHD specifically, a timer-focused to-do list with cards that you swipe away. And what's good about this external motivation that we needed with challenge, you get that with Brilly. That task starts, and that's how much time you have to do that. I'll just go, okay, I'm already on the clock. Goblin Tools. This is completely free if you're using it on the browser. Just search Goblin Tools in Google. It also has a $1 flat fee if you want it as an app. Many AI-based ADHD targeted tools, such as the Judge. You can put in any kind of text from an email and it'll judge whether it's aggressive or polite magic to do, where you can have those huge tasks written in and it will break them down into its smaller actions. Estimate the time consumption of each task. It has many other things, but I think those are the main ones that I use it for.
Todoist
is an app that I've been using for a long time. It's very simple. It's very quick to open and put in any idea or task I might have. So it's really just a brain dump app. Notion is my big go-to for notes and tracking things and projects, and even a production schedule. Notion is where I organize all my thoughts and do a lot of the heavy lifting of project management. Habit RPG, something I used in the past. If you are looking for something that gamifies your life, gamifies your chores and to-dos, Habit RPG is literally that. They're cute little pixel guys where you go on an adventure and your tasks give you experience and gold. You can use the gold to buy gear, weapons, armor, and use the experience to level up. And I think at level 16, you choose a class. You can go on quests with friends. It's very fun and motivating. Cold Turkey program and website blocker. And it has a lot of bells and whistles for you to utilize. You can include a Pomodoro timer so that for every 25 minutes you spend, you get 5 minutes of being able to use those blocked apps or websites. I find this really useful because I have no ability to self-govern. This way I can lock this thing in and there is no way to undo it. So I turn that on to Steam. I cannot play games from business hours. I can only work, or at least be doing anything else, which would be more productive than a video game during those hours. Descript makes a transcript of that video, turns it to text, and now you can edit that video by editing the text. It will help you clean up audio, remove ums and ahs, just make it sound better. So if you remove one bit of the text, you remove that section of the video. It becomes hugely useful for podcasts or YouTube videos to edit quickly and easily. You're getting what you want and removing the boring parts. ADHD hates doing boring chores. So this way you get to focus on making a fun video or podcast. The affiliate link is down in the description. Repurpose. If you're doing any social media videos, repurpose is very useful for that. Rather than having to take the video, edit the video, make it a different format, find those clips, it will do it for you. This is very, very time saving, and I would recommend it. Affiliate link is down in the description. I find it hugely useful myself. So if you'd like to use it, that would help out the channel. And I think also help out you. Consistency with ADHD is hard, but not impossible. You are not broken. You are a creative system that needs a different interface. Build your system, whatever that system is. Hopefully these tips helped. Start small, trick your brain, and celebrate the tiny wins. Trying to avoid shame. And when all else fails, forgive yourself. Try again tomorrow. Every day is a new day with new possibilities. If this hit close to home, please leave a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to see how your creative, chaotic brain gets things done. What specific tips you might have for me or for everybody else. We're always looking for a new system. Was this helpful for you? I hope it was. Subscribe for more ADHD friendly tips. Subscribe. Is it doing the thing? Do you light up? Subscribe.
Subscribe and smash like button. I don't know what that means, but government make me say. Perfectly normal thing to say and also do.
Cool. Subscribe, we will hit the bell, all those things. Stay creative, stay weird. Do widzenia.
See you next time. Do widzenia.
Beautiful eyes.
Outtakes and bloopers. You sound kind of poo-poo, so now we have to have Mr. Sock. You must respect Mr. Sock. He is good boy. He will show you the way. Yeah, like I'm doing emotional damage man now.
Emotional damage.
I can't be stealing his role. Very strong role. No fight. Very unfortunate when you do video and you realize you have one squinty eye and then your mouth always on one side of the face. Probably I shave mustache wrong, but I think even worse, I just have crooked mouth. Crooked mouth for crooked. All this shadow right in the center of my face. Now I'm blind. Now I have to worry about diagnosis. I'm being more crazy than usual. It's maybe good. Everything that is made for neuron firing and for focus. Focus is really good for ADHD. We love focus. And so I wonder if that's going to get caught by the YouTubes. I wonder if they don't like it. They're really racist against my accent. They don't like the focus. Read this in such a way that I am looking at you and you are so. But also I have to read script. It's pretty good. If I read the script, what's my angles? What's my best side? It's pretty good side right there. Oh man. Oh, hello. Welcome to I am channel. I am this. I make art. You like art? Make art.